Most sample makers today are trying to stand out by doing more, making as many loops as possible and spamming everyone. But the truth is that people who are separating themselves in 2026 are doing the exact opposite. They're slowing down. They're crafting samples that feel like real songs and not just loops. I was watching Nick D's video the other day and took inspiration from it. He spent 8 hours on one sample and used real instruments to make it sound like an actual record. He was not trying to crank out 20 loops, he was trying to make one thing sound amazing. That's the level producers are competing with now. If you want to stand out in 2026, you can't just make loops, you have to make records disguised as loops. And today I want to show you exactly what that looks like. I started out by finding a solid chord progression using ripchord and pairing it with a vintage piano VST. For this sample, I used the prototype Dusty Phelps piano from Somerville Sounds. I rendered it out to audio so I could play with the pitch better than if it was in MIDI. And there's no processing on this at all. Next, I layer 2 contact strings from the Spitfire Chambers string bank. I use the tremolo preset for both, also drawing in the velocities manually so the strings sounded authentic. I then recorded them into audio like I did with the piano and then reversed them. This gave the sample a more dramatic feel. There is also no processing on the strings. I found this tenor sax bank from Piano Book for free and decided to add a horn lead using it. I played out the notes in MIDI and also drew in the velocity manually to make it sound real. I then rendered it out like the rest of the layers and chopped it so the timing was on grid. Zero processing too. I added some vibraphone runs using the Genko Vibes bank from Contact. I also layered a chime with it from an Ain Sounds bank, helping the sample start to come together. I love to add these types of sounds to my samples all the time, helping to emphasize the idea of being vintage and dated. So now for the vocals. So I got the vocals from my friend Cade, who's a vocalist and singer, so shout out to him, and I added this little run every 2 bars. So the processing for the vocals is a vintage chorus, sound shifter, and Fruity Convolver. If you want vocals that sound just like this, you can get them from the Vox Academy kit, available in the link below. Lastly, I added a bass one-shot from an Ain Sounds kit as well, with no processing. One thing I did differently is that the bass note did not start on the 1, but a little bit after the 1, so it ended up becoming an upwards bass run. This ended up giving the sample more bounce and making it sound less robotic. The one thing you could take away from this video is to get your sound selection dialed in. Most of the sounds I used sounded like actual instruments, and I didn't even play them myself. I used techniques like drawing in the velocities manually and keeping the instruments dry with minimal processing. That way they could sound real and not be drowned with effects. Contact banks, especially from pianobook.com, are a gem when it comes to getting realistic sounding instruments. Thank you guys for watching the video. A lot more coming this year. And if you guys want to learn how to make your own vocal samples, get Vox Academy, available below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.